Do you want to make instant $27 commissions over and over again? If so, check out the automated Cash App system. Link below.
Yo, welcome to FUIME TV. It's your man Earl, Batman Stringer, aka LTB. And you know I'm on my movie game. Tough. I just watched Polaroid. Alright, and I don't know if this was a Netflix original movie or did it come out of the movie theaters. I don't know. But I seen it on Netflix actually a couple times. Of course I skipped it. Finally I'm like, yo, let me slow down, let me give this a shot, right? So watch the trailer of it, I'm like, oh, slick, right? So here's what the movie's about. Alright. Here's my take on it. Alright, so it's about this girl. She's like into photography, whatever. She works at this place. One of her coworkers come in. Well, it seemed like her only damn coworker, but he came in one day. He gave her this old school Polaroid camera that he found at like some sort of antique store or garage sale, some shit, I don't remember. But anyway, so he gives it to the girl. The girl like, oh my god, this is a rare edition, something something, blah blah blah, right? And the dude's like, oh cool, whatever. So the girl start messing with it. Now, by the way, depending on how old you are, I'm 38, right? And I know about a Polaroid camera. Like I used to use a Polaroid camera back in the day when I was a youngin, right? So they cool as shit too. Like you take a picture and the picture comes out and you take that picture and you shake it, you know what I'm saying? And you watch it develop right in front of you, man. That in itself was just amazing. Just to sit there, take pictures, and just watch it just develop, man. It's really cool shit. Really cool shit. Anyway, so the girl gets this camera. So, she like, oh, this cool. So she goes to a party. I guess she in high school, she go to this party with her friends, blah, blah, blah. So she starts taking pictures of her friends and everything. And then she starts to notice later on that in the pictures, it was always like some sort of little image or like a shadow or a smudge or some shit in these photos. And she don't know why. Like, what's up with this, right? She don't really think about it until her friends start dying. Like, you know what I'm saying? They start just getting knocked off by this mysterious monster. So she realizes that, yo, it's something with these pictures, man. Like, because I took these pictures, now my friends, coming up dead, they getting killed by this monster. And I believe, or she believed, it's the monster in the pictures. And the cool thing about it is the monster would move from picture, because she would take individual pictures. So they would take, I thought it was slick too. The monster would move to different pictures. So when it was in your picture, that was your ass, right? And then after you die, the little image ends up showing up in another picture that she took, right? So that's what the movie about. Like the girl, boom, got this camera taking pictures. A monster appears in the pictures and just kill everybody in the picture, right? So, with all that being said, what do I like about this movie? I like the idea. I really do. I think the concept is dope. It's an original idea, which I really liked. It reminded me a little bit, but then it kind of went away from it. It reminded me of Sinister. If you don't know nothing about Sinister, look up Sinister. Sinister 1 was dope. The second Sinister was weird as shit. I don't even know what that was about. But anyway, Sinister is dope. Scary as shit. But this one, it kind of reminds you of it, but not really. So I do like the actual, the concept of this movie. I actually liked the cast, right? I love those movies because it gives you that Final Destination feel. Just like I talked about that other movie, I forgot the name of it. I just did a review on it, but it was like where these kids. Countdown. That's the name of it, Countdown. I love movies where it's like a group of people, right? And they're getting, knocked off one by one. You know what I mean? Like I like that. And you gotta try to figure out, like, oh my god, how do we stop this? How do we do it? I don't know, Johnny, Timmy, Megan, right? I like movies like that, all right? So I did like that. What else did I like? I like the monster itself, like the at first it was kind of like, what the hell is this? But then it kind of got like, okay, once they start really showing the monster in the pictures, I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? I thought, nice little monster, right? You know, cool. So like I said, I like the idea. I like the characters, how they did, you know, the group thing, and I like the monster. Now, what didn't I like about this movie? Honestly, if I'm picking something not to like, at times it was a little dry. It was a little slow at times. I think it could have been more, a little bit more of the monster shit. Like the monster really don't start popping off like hardcore until like the end of the movie. Like the monster, like, you know, some shit going down, right? But I think there was times earlier in the movie it was slow, in my opinion, right? So I think you could have done more, even with the like jump scare type stuff. You could have gave me more of that at the beginning, earlier in the movie, right? Now I did start off with a nice little scene, don't get me wrong, but then after that opening scene, then it kind of went, you know what I'm saying? Kind of went like this for a while, and then you get a little of this. Then at the end, they start giving it to you, right? So, yeah, if I was to say that, you could have gave me a little bit more of the horror vibe to it. Now, keep in mind, this movie wasn't that long. It was like an hour and 26 minutes, I think. So it's not a long movie anyway. So maybe, you know, maybe I'm just impatient. But yeah. So now we gotta talk about the ending. What I think about the ending of this movie? It was cool. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy. But I will say this. They definitely left it for a sequel, right? Definitely left it open to be a sequel. So I don't know, like I talked about the countdown stuff, I don't know what the budget is. I don't know who behind this movie, but I guess if this movie is successful, they definitely can create a sequel, and I would watch it. I ain't gonna lie, I would watch a sequel. I think they can even make it better, I think, if you did a sequel, because all they got to do is basically, you know, find a camera again and start it all over, right? Different people, different city, different this, different that, right? So the ending was cool, you know what I mean? Definitely left it open for a sequel. So with all that being said, with all the good and the bad and all that, I'm going to give this movie a strong 4 out of 5. All right, and that's good. That's like really good for me to give it a 4 out of 5. And why I'm giving it a 4 out of 5, because I've seen other reviews. I didn't read none of them, but I seen like on IMDB it was like 2.5 stars, whatever. I try not to read stuff before I do these videos because I don't want to be tainted. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4 because I like the originality of the story, right? I like the monster, right? And I like the little group thing where, you know, people getting, you know, knocked off. I like that, right? I didn't give it a 5 for the reason I said. I think it could have been, you know, you could have gave me more. Like I said, the slow times, you could have added a little more jump scares, a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason it ain't a 5. But a 4 out of 5 for me is damn good. All right. So if you haven't seen Polaroid, I will recommend it if you're looking for a nice little scary little movie. Definitely recommend checking it out. If you have seen Polaroid, comment below and let me know what you think.
I let the chain hang, yeah, I'm tattered up, and I love to cuss, I just don't give a See, I'm just doing me, and you should do you. Yeah, I hear you talking, that's just your point of view. And see, I just don't care, I be like, yeah, I done heard it all, damn, there's haters everywhere, and they keep me motivated.